I'm Z Wade and welcome to this month's printing show. In this series, I pull one of my prints off the wall or out of storage and I talk about what I shot it with, where I shot it, why I shot it, what I was feeling whenever I shot it, all to bring an appreciation for printing and to emphasize how important it is to print, because at the end of the day, it feels good for people to look at your images that you send them on your phone or on your iPad and them say, hey, that looks really cool. But nothing compares to somebody stopping in my hallway and looking at one of my images, or for me handing them a particular image and them looking at it and holding it and appreciating it and studying it. You don't study digital images like you do an actual print. This particular image, I'm not exactly sure what camera I shot it with. It was definitely shot with the Nikkor Z 20mm f1.8s, but I cannot remember if this was done with the Z5 or the Z9. I'm going to put my money on the Z9 just based on the amount of detail that I'm getting in the bark of this image, an outrageous amount of detail in there. So this particular image was shot a few years ago to the making of this video whenever I was feeling a little bit jealous. So I was actually making a video, you might remember, and I had to stop what I was doing and go to the shelter because a tornado was literally right outside the window. Now that tornado did not actually manifest, and the alert that we were getting that sent me down to the shelter away from my YouTube video was actually in the next town over, and it did some damage. Thankfully, nobody was actually hurt. But there was a photographer, a local photographer, who managed to get a picture of this particular tornado. And whenever I saw this image, I was a little bit jealous that somebody was there and I wasn't, and I wish I would have been there. The particular image, and this is crazy, I saw the particular image and I thought about different ways that I would have done it, the composition that I would have done, and yes, I definitely would have taken that risk to make sure that it was the right photo. Now, I have a little bit of a bucket list to actually shoot a tornado. It just has to be done safely and in coordination with somebody that can actually read the path of tornadoes and storms. I don't know how to do that, and so I always miss them, and I'm just never in the right spot whenever this kind of thing happens. Now, very, very soon, within a few days after this particular tornado, we did have some pretty nasty clouds, as we can see in this particular image. And so I did not have a tornado to shoot, but I did have a very good storm to shoot. And so feeling a little bit jealous, not getting a tornado, I was definitely in the mood to get a cool storm shot. And so whenever I saw the clouds looking the way that they did, I definitely went out and I shot it. This was shot in the town that I live in at the lake. I'm sure you guys have probably seen pictures of this lake many, many times on my channel. Most of the landscapes and sunsets and things have been at this exact same lake. This particular image was printed on 13 by 19 polar luster metallic. We can see a little bit of a metallic sheen on this particular print, and that is because this is part of my series that I've mentioned before called Silverset. And it is printed on Red River Polar Luster Metallic paper. Now, this particular project is extremely long running. Maybe 5 images out of 10. I want a total of 10 to go on this metallic paper. And they must be black and white. They must be high contrast. They must be absolutely my style of editing and my particular look. And so it takes a long time to complete this, but this is one of the images that is in that particular project on that paper that I don't love that paper. That paper is kind of niche, in my opinion. But for this particular project, there is definitely some images that really, really work on this Polar Luster Metallic by Red River paper. You get this in just the right way, and it's just got a shine to it, and especially in the highlights just kind of sparkle. It's fantastic. I do like this paper for this project, but once this project is done, I probably won't mess with the Polar Luster Metallic anymore. This particular image does not have a name. If I were to name it, I might call it a storm of jealousy or the jealousy of storms or something like that. Or maybe just simply jealousy. I went out looking for something like this because I was a little bit jealous that I wasn't in a dangerous situation or the right place at the right time. If you're considering getting a printer for yourself, there'll be a link in the description where you can go and check some out. You can buy from wherever you want, but if you buy from using that link, it does help out the channel, doesn't cost you any extra money. If you're not quite ready to buy a printer, there's another link in the description for Printique. Now, before I bought a printer, Printique is the service that I used. They have good paper, they have good ink, whether you want matte, luster, or gloss, tons of size options, and anytime I want to go bigger than what my printer will do, which is max size of 13 by 19, I still use Printique. And if you don't want to do paper, if you have something else in mind, they have a lot of different options. If you're a member of the channel, upload one of your prints to the Image Circle Discord. I'm Z Wade, the Z Wade, and Z Wade Photo. Stay sharp, YouTube.